Hey everyone, it's Michael Duggal with RE/MAX Premier. I appreciate you tuning in to watch this short message where I'll update you as far as our Greater Toronto area and the real estate market. Firstly, I'd like to draw your attention to this chart over here, which pretty much summarizes the whole year in terms of the metrics for sales, active listings, months of inventory, average price, and days on market from January to October 2019. Firstly, addressing the sales, we can see that over the past month they were up by 8.5%, but what's more surprising is the number of sales back in January was only about 4,000, now we're at almost 8,500. So there's a lot of consumer confidence, a lot of people starting to get back into the market as prices have stabilized. The number of active listings we can see was down from September to October 2019 by 10.9%. So this really illustrates the market being more favorable for sellers. The number of sales are up, the number of active listings are down, and this is illustrated by the months of inventory. We're only at 1.8 months of inventory. This really doesn't reflect the price, but more so just reflects supply and demand. And surprisingly, again, in January 2019, the months of inventory was 3, now we're at 1.8. Average price is up. In January was at 748,000, now at 852,000, there was a 1.1% increase from September to October 2019. However, when you look into this, the average price was very high back in May. It was 839,000, and then we saw a slow dip down to 793,000, and now we're back up, which basically shows that our summer, it wasn't the greatest to be a seller. Now, fortunately, this is the fall market. Prices are up, and average days on market is only 23 days. And comparing that, that's really good positive information for sellers. The average days on market back in January was 33 days. Next, I'd like to draw your attention to this chart over here, which shows the months of inventory. There's 3 lines, 2017, 2018, and 2019. The purple line is 2017. As you can see, just about March, April 2017 is when the market changed, so to speak. And we can see the evidence for this as far as that line just having so much fluctuation. October 2019, which is the white line, as we can see, it's slowly decreasing. Now, we're only at 1.8 months of inventory. So again, great news for sellers. You can actually say that we're spoiled because a seller's market, in my perspective, is less than 4 months of inventory, and we're at 1.8. Yet you still have the odd person say the market is bad, which is very surprising. Lastly, I just want to show you this image which shows the difference between the number of sales and the average price in October 2018 and October 2019. So sales are up by 14%. In October 2018, there were 7,448 sales. In October 2019, there was 8,491 sales. The average price back in October 2008 was 808,000. Now, October 2019, it's 852,000. That's a 5.5% increase. However, again, this information encompasses all areas. It encompasses all types of homes, so condos, detached, your typical townhome. If you'd like to know more and just to get like an in-depth analysis on your property, then definitely contact a realtor, as we can look into that, as there are markets which are strong, there are markets which are not so strong. Right now, one of the hottest areas is Toronto East, which is Scarborough. The average days on market is only 17, whereas the market like King City, if you have a home in King City, you have to be very patient. The average days on market is 65 days, whereas last year it was only 35 days. So if you're a seller, again, in King City, be very patient, but be optimistic because I'm sure the right buyer must be out there. I hope all this information is helpful. If you're considering buying or selling, reach out to me. It's Michael Duggal with RE/MAX Premier. My number is 416-671-5218. If you can think of anyone else that may find it useful, just forward the email over to them if you receive this by email, or if you happen to come across me on YouTube, just simply copy and paste the YouTube link and send it to whomever, friends, family members, maybe coworkers. Again, I'd love to help. If there's anything I can do, call me. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and comment. I love reading your feedback, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next time.